Okay, so here's the vector u. If I write 2u, what does this remind you of? What do you think this means, right? What is the difference between these two notations here? Well, naturally, I think most of us will go, well, I see 2 here. If it was 2x versus x, I would say this is twice as large as this. And that is partially right. This is twice as large as this. But there's one distinction. If u, which is a vector, so let's say that's u, 2u is not only just twice as long, but also has the same direction. So this is 2u. Right? We can't have, for example, going this way, just because it's twice as long as this. This would not be 2u. It has to be parallel. Okay, so u, in fact, any number multiplied by another u, okay, the same u, has to be parallel. Okay, but other than that, as long as they're going the same direction, right, the relative size is same as what we normally think of when we multiply a constant to a variable. Okay, so if I drew a vector here, let's say this is v, and I ask you to draw 3v, draw this, then you would do this, right? Well, I'm gonna cheat here a little bit, use copy and paste. Okay. So that right there, this whole thing here, from n to the very tail on the right, this is 3v then. Okay. One thing you have to be careful of is negative constants. Okay, negative constants. So what does minus 2u mean if, for example, this was u? Okay, so not only does it increase the size by twice as long, so let's say that's exactly twice as long and it's parallel, that will be just 2u, but minus u will change the direction in the opposite. Okay, exactly the opposite. So this will be minus 2u if this was u. Let's do some geometric examples. Let's do a bearing. So let's say we had a vector that was 30 degrees. Okay, this is u. And u is going at, it's a velocity vector, 100 kilometers per hour. Then what does, for example, 3u represent? And what would 0.5 represent? And what would minus 0.2u represent? So this will represent 300 kilometers per hour, right? 3 times as fast, but the direction is still the same, right? Bearing at 30 degrees. This here will represent going at only half as long, so 50 kilometers per hour, and the bearing is still the same. Yep, 30 degrees, okay. And minus 0.2, okay, so 0.2 times by 100 gives you 20. This is 20 kilometers per hour, but now we're going in opposite direction. We're going this way. So the bearing will be, right, not 30, but 30 plus 180, which is 210. So bearing at 210 degrees.